Congratulations. You are being rescued. Please do not resist.
Welcome, friends, to the Beaver Dam.
This is a beaver. You've probably heard of their dam building and tree cutting. Aside from humans, no other living animal does more to modify its environment for its own purposes. But when? How does the beaver and why does it leave? This is a beaver. So the beaver beeves and the rest of the dam gets built.
Thank you for giving a damn. We have taken our first step towards being the damn dominant top apex predator beaver that we could possibly be, being the top character, the top player in this wonderful game.
How does the beaver and why does it leave?
Welcome, friends, to the Beaver Dam, and we're going to have a damn good time doing some roster reviews. Let me just finish my dailies real quick and we'll hop right into it. I feel like I'm lower than I usually am. I'm almost positive that my chair has gone down. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Who knows at this point? Maybe the beaver is crazy. Damn good time reviewing some hopefully damn good rosters. Hopefully they're damn good rosters, that's for sure. Welcome, Nodman. Good to see you, Master Jedi. AJ, Jerry Tran, Mikey Mike, Steelhawk, Flight, Tammy. Welcome. Like, I need more of that at this point. This last episode, they kind of layered it on. I don't think other eras were going to have much luck on that for free-to-play. But at least for this era, because they've done goofed so much, they gave us plenty. So, it's nice. What's up? It looks like a light, a little circle that I don't know what it is. A smoke detector, a vent, and I think that might be a carbon monoxide detector. I'm not sure. Or another vent. I didn't even see the other vent. That's what's up, my friend. How about you? What's up for you? Hey, Fogly, welcome. Dude, anyone who is elite enough to watch Sexy Vexy also watches the damn Beaver. Okay, is that the last of my dailies? That is the last of my dailies. Spend my last of my energy. Oh, if only I had the episode pass. Okay, sweet. I am fully caught up on this account. I just need to go to the other account. We're gonna do some silly goosiness today. We're gonna try something a little different on our roster reviews, just for fun. Just because I'm feeling a little silly goosey. I don't know about you guys. Hey, Shaylin, welcome. Light and a white roof. Okay. Does it bother anyone that the image is off center? Hey, Commander Lex, welcome. I'm so out of crystals after spending for the new Chewy. Yui wiped me out on crystals, dude. The rate at which we're getting those these right here is like literally nothing. Like, you are literally getting nothing. It's awful. On my free-to-play account, I think I got 1 in like 40 tries. Waiting on the 5K era currency to unlock the Jar Jar event. Nice. Definitely bothers you. Well, I fixed it, okay. Okay, any events going on? I already did that. I already got my shards. Just gotta do my dailies real quick. Very nice flight. Congratulations, my friend. That's huge. Oh, where's our game audio? That's how it was last episode past too. They put it like super early for some reason. Jerry, I don't know. Unfortunately I am not one of the chosen few that gets insider information from CG, and even then they don't get insider information anymore. It was just the beta test, but at least some of them are on speaking terms with the devs. I'm just as much as in the dark as you guys. As soon as I find something out, I share it with you guys. Hey, Trey, how you doing, my friend? The new Lightspeed token makes me so impatient, stuck behind 60 shards and Cockleton before I can get his stage done and Star Killer unlocked. Dang, Nodman, you're close. I got 84% on Tier 3 Coliseum today with Chewy and Yui. I just call him Yui. Very nice, small bear, very nice. Yeah, I feel like it's been a net, like, a big positive for all accounts. I think I went up on my free-to-play account by, like, 60% today. On my paid-for account, you know, went up almost like a solid tier. I was, I think, at, like, 16%, and now I'm at 80%. Yeah, I was stuck at 99% on the walker for like literally like a week, and it was driving me nuts. I think I finished it though. I'm not sure. If I didn't finish it, it will be finished thanks to Yui. Main account. We don't need to spend those. Okay, I am dying in my room. I don't know why, but my room is like 90 degrees in here. I will be right back real quick. I'm gonna assume this can win on auto. We'll see how it goes. My window is open. Yeah, same burrito. It's going to be nice on the free-to-play account. I don't know if it'll matter too much going forward, just because I'm starting to run into, with the wins that I got the last couple of weeks, I'm starting to run into accounts that bought Lightspeed bundles. And so it's going to be increasingly hard as time goes on to compete until we can get our basic strategy up and rocking. Start posting for reviews in the Discord. Give me just a second. We'll throw out the thing. But I want to look at this other thing real quick. We're going to bring you guys over to the outro screen for a second. And I apologize, but I don't want to spoil what I'm trying to do. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is hilarious. Oh gosh, that was brighter than my future. Oh, that's interesting. I bet you I could build something for this too. Oh, that's going to be super interesting. Okay. I'm going to have to build this I'm going to have to build this myself. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to use it today, but I'm going to be able to I'm going to build this myself, and we're going to get this in here. I'm almost positive that I think I know how to do this. So we're going to do some roster reviews at some point where we use the marble game, where you race marbles, and whoever wins the marble race is the one who gets the roster review, just for fun for a stream, because I think this would be hilarious and a lot of fun. The problem is this game only has ooh, I've never played this, so I have no idea how to control it. There we go. But yeah, so we'll use this and we'll do some roster reviews just for fun, because I think that'd be hilarious to, like, you know, instead of just going first come first serve, making it so like you can win a roster review. I think this would be a lot of fun, but unfortunately it only has Twitch integration right now, so I'm gonna try and see if I can build something this week, code something up, and see if I can't get some YouTube integration for it too. I'm surprised they haven't integrated YouTube yet, especially after like things like Ludwig have moved over to YouTube full time and things like that. I feel like more things should have YouTube chat integration. But yeah, I bet you anything I can set it up for YouTube. I've actually been looking into that type of stuff. But yeah, anyways. Hey, we won. But for now, we'll do it the normal way. Let me grab the roster review section. And friendly reminder, remember, any message before I put roster review live now is not counted. Overall, the way we do roster reviews is we go through our Discord list of people from top to bottom after the message roster reviews live now. And then if anyone wants to skip the line, they can either pay the $5 super chat or 500 bits. And then they'll jump the line. The top priority is always our $10 or above members. If you have a $10 membership and you want to skip the line, just let me know in chat and we'll throw you in to the list. Mikey Mike coming in with the damn awesome membership. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate it. Live now. Always wanted to be damn cool. Well, you're damn awesome, my friend. Would you like your members roster review today, Mikey Mike? We can throw you at the top of the list. Additionally, those who are members can also choose to, instead of getting just a regular roster review, they can hop in a voice chat with me on stream and we can talk about your roster. But that is up to you. If you don't have the opportunity to do that, that is fine. We can just give you a priority roster review. Additionally, for those who, I need to make like a video of me explaining how roster reviews work that I can just throw up on screen while I'm like writing things down. Additionally, if you're looking at the Discord and the order seems different than you're seeing on your side, that's because it probably is, because the internet's a fickle thing. You're not all sending it at the same time. You're sending it, and so it has to take into account your internet speed and get to the server and then get to me. And so depending on your internet speed, you might be farther in or earlier than other people. So just keep an eye out. If I hear belly aching and moaning in the Discord and in the chat, it's not my fault. Get better internet. No, you need to put it in after the message, Shaylin. What was the last thing? I got off topic. Oh yeah, spending energy. I haven't gotten my shards for the day. I need to shard my pants right now. Really quick, out of curiosity, if it works, do we have anyone that's over on Twitch right now? Do we have any lurkers that are in Twitch? Nope, no one here. Perfect. Lady Geek, can I borrow you for a second? Barakuka, you too. I'm purchasing another refresh. Might as well. I want that ship Done. Okay. We're going to test this really quick and make sure that the integration's working, at least for Twitch, because if the integration's not working for Twitch, it's not going to work for YouTube. Okay, well, we'll just do a race, and then we'll just do Christmas morning. That sounds fun. Record time is 2 minutes. Goodness gracious. Here, let's do it that one. 47 seconds. That's much better. Okay, so we'll play that. Okay, type ! play into the Twitch chat. I want to see if this works. There you go. Okay. Yeah, you guys are showing up. Okay. Sweet. What is this though? What is that symbol? I need to learn about this, because if this is something that can subvert Twitch chat, then we can get the YouTube guys in here and we can use this for roster reviews. Yeah, it does not have any YouTube integration right now, so unfortunately those on YouTube will not be able to get in. I can join. There's me. Okay. Yeah, we're Scoundrel coming in. Okay, there we go. Yep, perfect, perfect. So yeah, it looks like it's working. And then I can just hit start. And let's see who wins real quick, just for fun. And then we'll hop into roster reviews. Hey, Louie, good to see you, my friend. Ooh, Gerg taking the lead. Ooh, I'm trying to catch up. Gerg is just going for it, dude. It's like it's not even a competition. Gerg's just all there. Let's hope he doesn't. Oh, they got stuck. Slowed him down. Yeah, I got to think about how I'm going to use that burrito. I honestly don't know. We're supposedly getting a free Wookiee. I think they're basically trying to give us the JKCK Rex for free. Gerg's still holding the lead. Dang, Gerg overshot. There goes Gerg. Ooh. Oh, Flight nailed that. Dang. Dude, Flight flew over the top. Literally took Flight. Made it all the way down. That was wild. Dang. Okay. Very cool.
But its will do fine.
So I'll build something to make this so it has YouTube integration. I'll see if I can figure out how to do that. I think I can. I think so. Even though this itself doesn't have the YouTube integration, I think I can build it. What I'm working on at work right now is actually like directly related to this type of thing. So I think I can. But it'll take me a bit of time to work on this. Anyways, let's jump into this. Commander Lex, thank you so much for the 10 Canadian, my friend. And we will hop into roster reviews. So we're going to do Mikey Mike first because he is one of our members and has asked for a roster review. And then we'll do Commander Lex because he paid. Yeah, Gerg, you almost had it, my friend. There wasn't like an official date, if I understand correctly, for the Wookiee calendar, so I don't know where it's supposed to be, Frozen Italiano. But it's supposed to be sometime between like Christmas and January, somewhere in that area. So Beaver winning is just, you get nothing, you lose. Good day, sir. Oh gosh. Who would I put a Lightspeed token on an online Force user for my free-to-play account? Oh, it's going on Mara Jade. It totally is going on Mara Jade. Ooh, interesting. You could throw it on Merrick and then finish farming Merrick, and you wouldn't have the Chirotech, and you could just take him up. And then they give you all the other Inquisitors, and then you'd have the Inquisitors ready for Riva really, really easily. That's interesting. I definitely think there's some good options for a free-to-play account, but I think I'm going to go with Mara Jade. Merrick's tempting, though. My Rock's tempting. Okay. RJ can have Empire Lightspeed token. I'm throwing my Empire Lightspeed token on Scout Trooper, so that way I can speed run Leia as fast as possible. Would love to not gear Tarful on my free to play account. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know where my Wookiee one's gonna go on my free to play account. Seer and Cal, which one is better? Depends on your account, Jerry, but I'm guessing, like most people, you have Lightspeed bundles, and if you have Lightspeed bundles, Cal. Seer is only if you're building the entire team, which the team's not fantastic until you get Malicos. Whereas if you are just looking at, if you're looking at Cal can be great in a Starkiller lineup. Cal can be great in a Rey lineup. Cal's just fantastic in a lot of different places, whereas Seer's just locked into being on that team, really. Wookiee can go on Chupio if you're going for Leia. There is a droid Lightspeed token from the free Lightspeed tokens we're getting for the anniversary that will be going on Chupio, because Chupio is considered a droid, so it'll be even better. Like, I kid you not, with the all the stuff that they've given us. Go to Leia. We have Captain Rex finished with a Lightspeed token. Princess Nisa was the one that I spent my Relic 6 on. So Princess Nisa is now a Relic 6 of Relic 7. Wicket, I only have to get to, 5-star? And then I can get him to Relic 3. Lando Calrissian, I only have to get to 6-star. Already done. Admiral Akbar, I only have to, there's a Lightspeed token for him, but I also would only have to get him to 5-star if I had to farm him, and he's a store farm. Scout Trooper is my Empire Lightspeed token. R2-D2 we're getting a Lightspeed token for. Captain Han Solo I already have at the 6-star that I need him to be able to get him up to Relic 5. Rebel Officer Leia Organa is a store farm. Chief Chirpa is a one that's not only Cantina, but on top of that only need 5-star. Captain Drogon, I used the Rebel Lightspeed token, and he was a very easy character because he was a Cantina character, and you get tons of Cantina energy in a free-to-play account. Commander Luke Skywalker, we get a Lightspeed token for. Bosch Leia, Bounty Hunter Lightspeed token. 3PO and Chewie, Droid Lightspeed token. Lobot, you only need them at 5-star. Like, I kid you not, the Leia Rex are basically done in my account except for the Relic levels and the Gear 12 to Gear 13 on the non-Chirotech characters, essentially. Like, it's literally just, over the next 3 months, we're going to get everything we need for Leia super easily. All of the easiest characters is all that's left. So it's kind of crazy how much we got out of these Lightspeed tokens and how much of Leia is just inherently done. So, Gerg, welcome to being damn cool, my friend. Thank you so much for the membership. I hope you bought the membership on PC and not through the mobile app. To get Luke from 32 to 29, or you already Chewie from 31 from 25 for Coliseum. Still kind of lost on this. Try to keep your guys up, especially at that low of level. Try to keep your guys around the same area. I would probably go for the Yoda and Chewie. Hold on, let me check what the level up is for Luke. I don't want to count. 55, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. So you're either getting an increase of 100% defense, which is really nice, or you are getting 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. Gains Master's Training. Master's Training is also super helpful, if I recall. Let's go over to Jedi. And Hermit Yoda, I believe, is the one that has the reminder text for Master's Training. 25% accuracy, defense, offense, potency, tenacity. I would go with the Yui. I think Yui is going to be more helpful to you, my friend. Yeah, so Twitch, so YouTube is making money, right? Does that make sense to everyone? YouTube is making money. They are profitable. They know how to run a business. Twitch, on the other hand, has been going negative for years. They have not figured out how to run a business, and because they are owned by Amazon, they have to rent their servers from Amazon, and so they end up paying way more than they should, and they let people stream that are not very big, and there's a lot of new streamers, and they don't put any restrictions on it. Like, for instance, I don't think it was last year, but the year before, there was like 2.5 million streamers on Twitch. Not people watching streams, people streaming themselves on Twitch. And almost none of them are making money for Twitch. Like, we are talking about a minuscule amount underneath 1% are making them money on Twitch. I don't make Twitch money. I don't. Some months I do, but in general, I don't make enough from my channel to balance out the amount that they're renting on the servers for my streams. Whereas YouTube has ad revenue, they have other ways of doing it, and then they have live streams as well, and live streams also add to it. They have everything set up really well for themselves. They've been going positive for years. And so Twitch's answer to Apple and Google taking 30% of any microtransaction from their app is that they'll just bake it into the price of all memberships and all costs on the people that are doing stuff on apps. And so anytime that you want to buy bits, anytime that you want to buy a membership on Twitch, always do it through your laptop, always do it through your PC, never do it through your phone, because there's that 30% done baked in, because that's Twitch's way of trying to stay above the limit, because they're already losing money. They can't afford that extra 30% that Google and Apple are charging. Whoever that was, welcome to the Beaver Dam. I apologize, I missed your name. But welcome, my friend, to the Beaver Dam. Thank you for following. Okay, let me keep catching up on chat. I'm gonna use my Empire token to finally get some Zetas on Mara Jade. Fair enough. It's just one of Mara Jade's Zetas is like super, like, it's good. It's not amazing, but it's good. And then the other one is just like, this is worthless. I don't know where I would actually use this. And so that's kind of my problem with throwing the Empire token on Mara Jade. Like, I love Mara Jade. She's one of my favorite characters in canon. She's one of my favorite characters in game. But the Zetas are just not necessary on her. Cal's a Merc, put him in a Balin lineup. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're all unaligned Force users for the other guys. So yeah, it'll do some. Ooh, no, wait, hold on. Yeah, no, Cal says any type of unaligned Force user. Yeah, so yeah, you're good. You know, we're getting the Wookiee counter supposedly today, but What's the best known to farm clone kills with any Ahsoka? Mod battles, tier 1, level G. This one right here gets you 10 to 12 clones. If you don't mind going less clones, but you want a better use of your energy, health tier 3 is going to give you at least tier, 5-star or 5 dot health mods. And so this is probably going to be your best bet, but it'll take a couple more battles and be less efficient for energy. So it just kind of depends on how you want to do that. Cantina battles 3F is another one for you. I'm more iffy on spending Cantina energy, especially on a character that like everyone and their mother has. So maybe if you're on your free-to-play account, sure. Like I'm farming this node anyways on my free-to-play account right now because I need another 5-star ship for the Zetas. I don't know. It's all good, man. I was just playing this game. Oh, you're the one that followed. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's a great game. I really enjoy this game. I've been playing for years at this point. If I didn't enjoy it, I don't think I'd be here. Back from AK watching Squirrel Ross reviews. Life is good. Heck yeah. Oh yeah, you're not from Alaska, right? You're like a pilot for a living. Is that right? I'm trying to remember because we've talked about this before because I got really excited by your name because, that's where I grew up was Alaska. Thoughts on putting Jabba with Bobacron team? Yeah, I've heard good things in 5v5. I don't know if I do it in 3v3, but 5v5 I think it's a great idea, Joshua. Basically, Grax and other Twitchers are making you broke. Not making me broke, making Twitch broke. I still get paid. I still get paid based off of memberships and everything. I still get the cut that I'm supposed to get each month. The only thing that's the problem is Twitch is not making enough money, and they're being subsidized by Amazon. So that's all on them. There's no part of that matters to me. Like, if Twitch fails, It's their own business model that they're screwing up on. Like, I think that I should be the lowest level of streamer that can exist on Twitch. Because the amount of people they let in Twitch and the amount of affiliates they have who are streaming to 0 viewers and not making any money for them is really hurting them. 2.5 million people streaming for them and none of them are making money. That's insane. That's a losing business plan. So it's on them. I still get paid. Whatever. I mean, I mostly stream on Twitch as well as YouTube just because I think Twitch has some really cool platform stuff that I would love for it to come to YouTube. And on top of that, we do have people out there that prefer watching on Twitch over YouTube. And it works for me. I mean, it doesn't take anything extra to stream on both. It just means I have to keep track of 2 chats. That's about it. So I can use it as a Zeta without needing to take the cost. That's good to me. Different mindset, to be honest, but that's why I'll be doing POW rather than Master Qui-Gon. Yeah, POW's another one of those ones that's just it's a Zeta that doesn't help me at all, and so I'm going Master Qui-Gon. Yeah, useless without Quadme, exactly. Soka Tier 1 has 10 clothes if you have her done. Well, yeah, that's pretty hefty ask, Darth Xavier, for a lot of people. I know a lot of people play this game seem to hate doing so. Well, there are days where I hate it with all of my heart, but most days I really enjoy it. And honestly, I've been loving playing my free-to-play account. I have been having a blast playing my free-to-play account. So, Mikey, Mike, did you put your stuff in the Discord? We're just about caught up on chat, so I'm going to start hopping into roster reviews. I need your ally code and a little blurb about what your account's doing. Okay, here we go. You put it in the Discord. Okay, so we're doing Mikey Mike, then we're doing Commander Lex, and then we're jumping over to our free list and going through the Discord top to bottom. For those who want to get on the list, here is the link to the Discord. What's the best 5th on a Balin team in 5v5 if you don't have Kira built? I don't know, honestly. That's the question for another content creator, because I recently got Balin, and we're like talking recent, and so I've like really only used him in 3v3 and the few times in 5v5, because the main engine of that team is Balin, Shin, and Merrick. The rest is kind of just extra. In the same way that like Queen Amidala basically always works the same regardless of who your fourth and fifth is. It's only really matters if you're on defense. So, I don't know. Throw in whoever. There might be someone who has a specific preference, but Used to watch Flying Wild Alaska with the Tweedos. Okay, then. I haven't watched like any of the Alaska shows except for Alaska State Troopers, which was always a jarring experience because it was like, oh, this guy is walking down the road with a bloody hammer. And I'm like, that's where my elementary school is. Like I am a child in elementary school, and that is my elementary school in the background. And the cop pulls him over and he's like, oh yeah, I just bashed my cousin's brains in because we had an argument. And I'm like, dude. Yeah, I figured the fourth would be Hondo. And Twitch lost all of South Korea last year. Why did they lose all of South Korea? I didn't even hear about this one. Ooh, nice, Nodman. Very nice. Pilot for Willing, but home base in Anchorage, flying as in the back as a passenger tonight. Very nice. Well, go swing by Palmer and go say hi to Palmer for me. Stop by the Palmer Ale House. Get the cheese fries. Absolutely amazing. It's like this massive plate, like this large, of cheese fries that come with like bacon and onions over the top with ranch, and it is absolutely to die for. Amazing. I used to go there and get their cheese fries, and they have like homemade root beer that they have on tap there. Oh, absolutely delicious. Or go check out Burger Gyms, because A, the fact that they have t-shirts that say I Heart BJ's is hilarious, and B, some of the best burgers I've actually had in Alaska. Also a really great place to stop by. Good point, Flight. Hondo Dash, yeah. Yeah, any Merc should work unless it's on defense, and then in that case, you shouldn't be throwing Balin on defense. He's such a great offensive tool for you. Eagle River Ale House is closer to me. Oh yeah, 100%. Eagle River is much closer to you. I grew up in Eagle River for about 3 years. That was when I first moved to Alaska, back when I was a wee little chitlin at 3 years old. And then I moved away from Eagle River about 3 years old and moved to Palmer, and then grew up in Palmer. Also, if you haven't already, I mean, obviously you missed it this year, but the Alaska State Fair in Palmer is fire. There's so many like famous bands and stuff that go up there and perform just because they're like, Alaska, of course I want to go to Alaska. Same, Commander Lex. His beast unique reduces all damage on team by 25%. That's not too shabby. Breaks up your Dash Rendar, but how many people are using the Dash Rendar cheese nowadays? I don't know. What's your Spotify Wrapped? Oh, gosh. I can tell you what my YouTube Wrapped is. I don't know if I know what my Spotify Wrapped was, like what my top artists were. I know Arnold was in like the top 5. Where do you find your Wrapped? I think my number 1 most listened to song, if I recall, for this year was really surprising to me. It was a song from Cyberpunk, which I've never actually played that game. What is that song called? Who's Ready for Tomorrow by Ratboy and IBDY. Has its own thing up top. Yeah. Oh, there's Wrapped. Okay. I'm sure top podcast is probably the Lemonade Stand with Doug. Can I just hit replay here? Yeah, I can. Okay, swipe. I listened to 15 days of music. Listened to 284 genres, which sounds about right. My top genres are soundtrack, musicals, EDM, comedy, and anime. My listening age is 30, which is pretty close. I'm 28. Listen to a lot of early 2010s hits with a hint of nostalgia. Probably referencing like a lot of things like I've listened to quite a bit of Linkin Park this year and stuff like that. You listened to 1,912 songs this year. And my number one is Who's Ready for Tomorrow, followed closely by the theme song to the first season of Chainsaw Man. Because that opening Chainsaw Man is so freaking solid. A lot of musicals ended up in my top stuff, like Hamilton. I listened to 8 audiobooks, and most of them were from the Castle of Glass, I think. Glass Castle? I don't know. It's the Court of Thorns and Roses Lady, or whatever that book's called. It was her original series that she wrote when she was like 14. Someone suggested to me, I wasn't willing to purchase them, so I listened to them all through here. My top artist I don't actually recognize. I don't recognize any of my top 5 artists, actually. Except Thomas Bergerson, which is a soundtrack artist. Yeah, there you go. I mean, everywhere in Alaska is as far as you can get from other places in Alaska. Do you like Hybrid Theory or Meteora more? I think I like... Hold on. My brain's freezing on the names. I need to look at the album covers. I'm pretty sure I like Hybrid Theory more. My favorite album by them is Minutes to Midnight, though. Nope. I like Meteora better. I love Meteora. There's so many songs in Meteora that are hype. Linkin Park is one of the few bands that I have, like, Minutes to Midnight is the only album that I can name off the top of my head where I'll listen to every single song without skipping any of them. Top 5 anime openings. You can't change my mind. Oh, I 100% agree. To be fair, I actually don't enjoy a lot of anime openings. I skip most of them. There's very few that have like ones that I like. Like I really like the SAO season 1 opening. I liked JJK. I haven't really found one in JJK I haven't liked. Chainsaw Man season 1 was incredible. It's my number 1. There was 1 or 2 Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood ones that I enjoyed. But overall, most of the animes that I watch, I don't actually enjoy the openings that much. I feel almost 1,600 hours on Twitch. That's crazy. Dude, their collab with Jay-Z, Linkin Park's collab with Jay-Z was actually quite fire. I was really late to the party. I didn't hear it at all. I'm not around people that play music. And so, like, I never heard it. And then I heard it, like, maybe a year and a half ago. And I was like, oh, this is getting added to a playlist. And I loved it. I listen to audiobooks too. Who has time to read? Yeah, and like I've been working jobs where I can listen to audiobooks while I work, which is super super nice. So I go through a ton of books just overall. Like I went through 8 audiobooks on Spotify. That I've probably been through over 100 this year, just in general. Like I read like crazy. There was a 3-week period where I got really 2-week period. No, I think took me 3 weeks, where I got really into Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I read all of the Dungeon Crawler Carl books just in a row over the course of 3 weeks. Like I love listening to audiobooks, and I loved reading growing up, and so I've been getting back into audiobooks as an adult. Yeah, Faint's like one of the main ones that everyone recognizes. This is why we're best friends. The last Linkin Park album I liked was Minutes to Midnight. I gotta remember. The album after that one had 2 songs that I liked, but that was about it. They drastically shifted how they made music and things like that, and their overall tone. And I wasn't a big fan of anything after Minutes to Midnight. I did like Castle of Glass, and there was one other song from that album that I really liked, but I don't remember the name of it. Still haven't watched Neon Genesis Evangelion. I've watched the first 2 episodes and I wasn't hooked. I did the same thing with Attack on Titan. Just wasn't hooked in the first couple of episodes. I need to go back and give them another try, but I feel like I'm not actually going to like Attack on Titan if I'm being honest. Oh, interesting, Kodiak. She has a unique fit voice. Yeah, I mean it's hard to come in after Chester. I mean, I don't know. Whatever religion you happen to be, I don't think really matters when it comes to the art that you're making, unless it's harmful to others. Mikey Mike, I apologize. We've gotten really off topic. Hopefully you're still here, my friend. ADHD goes great with roster reviews. I mean, cornflakes, so does half the population of the world. Just deluxe Balin. Plan on finishing Leviathan after I unlock this stranger in a few weeks. Dude, are you unlocking him day 1? Heck yeah. I am honestly really excited for the stranger. It's the last time I was this excited for a character release was probably Darth Bane. I am honestly really excited for the stranger. Just unlocked Balin. Plan on finishing up Leviathan. Okay, so Leviathan's next on your list. Let's take a look. The first thing we always look at right now is Frozen Italiano. You would be cooked, bro. New drinking game. Every time Beaver goes off on a tangent, take a shot. Dude, are you trying to kill everyone here? Okay, let's take a look at your relic levels and see who's suffering over here. You're more excited for Spider-Man? Oh, that's interesting, Trey. See, when I was growing up, that season of Clone Wars happened, and I enjoyed the season, but I wasn't a fan of them bringing back Maul, because it was during that time where it was starting to get stale, where every superhero cartoon and everything that was happening at the time, just no one could die. They just kept coming back, and that happened in the comics a million times by that point, obviously, but it was starting to become a repeated thing in TV shows and movies and that type of thing, where just no one would die, and it was driving me nuts. And so when they brought back Maul, I was like, it just doesn't feel good. And even today, if you bring back a character without a reason, I get irrationally upset. I am irrationally upset at Dave Filoni right now for bringing back Asajj Ventress, because he's not put any reason as to why. It was just, I want my character back, screw you. And I'm like, dude, you work together with the people that made the Dark Disciple novel. They were, episodes that you guys planned out for Clone Wars. They were written by George Lucas's daughter. Like, what was the point of this? She showed up in Bad Batch and did absolutely nothing for an episode, and then you made a show where you explained how she came back, but not why at all. Like, she just abandoned all of her beliefs from that she, all the character development that she got in Dark Disciple. You're just like, yeet. Irrationally upset. Darth Maul is one that I feel like they did well. I wasn't a fan when it first happened. It grew on me. They did a good job with him. I feel like he had a good role, and he did some good things for the storylines. Spider Maul does whatever a Spider Maul does. Can he swing from a web? No, he can't. He's a Maul. Look out. Here comes Spider-Maul. Bro, I watched so much Spider-Man stuff when I was a kid. Spider-Man was my brother's favorite, and so anything Spider-Man we were involved in. Like, his favorite movie was Spider-Man 1 for the longest time, which beat out a Star Wars Episode 2 for him that year, which we are a Star Wars family, and so that was really surprising. Honestly, not a bad account Relic Delta wise. Like, you look like you've kind of had some good stuff. Like, I'm still seeing some characters like, Mara Jade might get stomped. Jedi Knight Revan for sure will get stomped. I'm a little worried about your Traya. I don't know where your Nihilus is. I haven't seen him, but I could be blind. Yeah, your Nihilus is scary. Like, your Darth Revan obviously is scary, but you're working on that because of Leviathan. Bastila Shan's another one. But like, it seems like most of the characters that I'm worried about are support characters, and that's a good thing. The fact that they are like the side characters, like the ones that I'm really worried about is the Nihilus at Relic 3 is just going to get absolutely demolished, and same with the Darth Traya. This is one of the ones that has faded out a ton recently on what it can beat, and it hurts my soul because I love this team with all my heart. And so I do think that you should pull up those guys for sure, but I feel like a lot of your stuff, like you have the Relic 7 Savage, you have the Relic 7 Starkiller, you have the Relic 7 Malakos. Like, I feel like this is you've done a great job in mitigating the Relic Delta here. Cool though with all the Night Sisters. Yeah. I feel like they brought back Darth Maul pretty well. Palpatine, no. Sam Witwer did do a good job with Maul. I 100% agree. Spall, or maybe just Paul. I kind of like calling him Paul. That's pretty great. Spalding. Shut up, Spalding. Anyone get that reference? No? Okay. So that's what we say about Spider Maul. You don't like spiders. Makes sense. Not my Gear 12 Traya. What's the best balance of farming relic materials and gear? Just farm. What are you referring to? Are you referring to with the are you freaking with the raid materials, or are you talking about energy? Because, like, in the year of our Lord 2025, we do not farm gear or relic materials with energy at this point. With Mark II raid currency. Okay. With Mark II raid currency, it's literally just all you're purchasing, all you should be purchasing, is going to be the Electrium Conductors and the Zimbittles. Everything else you can get normally with other means. But when it comes to the Electrium Conductors and the Zimbittles, it's just getting the Relic 6 to Relic 7. So, like, I'd focus on gear until you need a character to Relic 7. Like, right now, if your account's looking like, where you have a Queen Amidala at Relic 5, you have a Starkiller at Relic 5, you have a Chrysanthemum at Relic 5, all your, your attackers and all of your tanks are looking pretty shaky, then I'd be farming exclusively Relic Delta and fixing your roster right now. Like, it's not something you should be bouncing back and forth. You need to patch the holes before going for new things. That's one of the biggest pieces of advice I will give to anyone that's getting a roster review today. You need to patch the holes now. Relic Delta will absolutely stomp you. It'll ruin your day. It will ruin your GAC. Enjoy your GACs, I'm begging you. Try and keep them well balanced. Okay, sounds good. I like the idea of where you're headed with the Leviathan. I think you've made this account really, really solid in like the Relic Delta shenanigans. I would like to see a Marin up and running, because even with the Relic Delta, a high Relic Marin with some low Relic Night Sisters can do quite a bit, actually. Like, I've been very impressed with what they're getting done right now. So I would be very much interested to see that coming up in your roster. I think the Luthen is something that it really doesn't matter nowadays unless you're building the Luthen Saw team, because Mon Mothma would require the whole team being at Relic 7 for it to function, because they're all assisting, which is a hard ask of any account to full Relic 7, a full team, just out of nowhere. And none of them are required anywhere. So, Raven's Claw, it looks like you're working on it. Love to see the comeuppance in there, but I don't like that it's level 1. You are working on the Star Fortress, though. Please get this up. I am loving this counter to Profundity. I'm loving this counter to Malevolence. I'm seeing the most use of this fleet, like, right now. Like, I kid you not, I've used this every single GAC. So I hope you are still working on that fleet. Emperor's Shuttle is also something that is a very, very nice to have, because it's kind of one of the key pieces to making sure you can take down Profundity regardless of what fleets you have on offense. So I would consider taking up the Emperor's Shuttle just in general. Finish out your ships. You've done a really good job of farming ships. Just keep going and finish them out. I couldn't find your Discord. !Discord VS video. Uh, 586 crit damage, offense, love to see it. JML is looking very fast with protection. Okay, looking sexy, love to see it. Jabba looking good, looking nice and sluggy. We got over 500 speed. We got over 10,000 damage. I mean, you're Relic 9, so sure. No, regardless, I think you're going to be over that 10,000 damage threshold. Looking good. Almost 500 speed. I'd like to see a little bit more speed out of him. Yeah. I'd like to see a little bit more speed, but otherwise your Sith Eternal's looking good. Ezra looking solid. Honestly, a little fast for the account, but hey, it works. It works. It's not a bad thing to have a fast character. Like, I'd rather see a cat a little bit faster. Overall, your mods are looking dank, dude. Like, some solid dank memes. I'd like to see your Jedi Knight Revan faster. Both of these should be a little bit faster, if I recall, as well. Dash Rendar isn't used much nowadays, so it's not a big deal. How's your resistance heroes? Your Finn's fast. Where's your Poe? Switch out these offense mods for speed mods and get this guy going. I want to see him within 30 speed resistance hero Finn. I want this team to be able to take down an Ahsoka team if you need to. I want to see this team be able to take out GLs, dude. It's an amazing team on defense and offense. Get your resistance hero Poe some speed. Give him some love. Here's the Discord link, since it's not working on YouTube for whatever reason. Saw Bailey yesterday, says mods are trash. Okay, got it. switch this. I don't. Okay, first, I don't know if you're still using this on defense. I still am where I'm at. Drop this to offense mods. The way his leadership ability works is all other allies gain offense equal to 30 times their speed, and then when Qui-Gon dies, he gives 400% of his offense to his allies. So you want him to be like he hits like a truck, because that's going to be what's passed over to his other allies. And so you want to give him an offense set and then make sure that he has offense for the primaries for both of these. Bo-Katan. Look, Bo-Katan's looking a little sad. I'd like to see like 270 area Bo-Katan. Bam being faster than Bo-Katan is very nice, but I would like to see both of them in like the 270s, and like 1 speed apart. Overall, mods looking phenomenal, my dude. These mods are looking schmexy. Couple little pieces to fix, but overall looking good. Love the account, love where you're going. As I said, getting the Marin up would probably be a good solid choice for you. It can bail you out of quite a few different things, and a solo Marin with low relic Night Sisters can end up doing some really great things overall, because you want to mitigate the damage to her, but you want everyone else to die off. Well, you can set that up with Relic Delta. I've been taking down Relic 9 and Relic 7 Javas with the Attacker Cron with that team in 3v3 and giggling to myself as I watch them die off. It's been pretty great. So definitely something I'd look into. Relic Delta wise, your supports are looking a little scary, so I'd take some time and get that done probably after Leviathan. I don't think it's super high on your list. I think you're looking good for now. Make sure you finish out your fleets in general. You don't want to regret your fleets like I do, where, I didn't do Raven's Claw because I was like, this will never be meta, and then they dropped the B-Wing, and all of a sudden I'm like, dang, I wish I had farmed the Raven's Claw. Get your Palpmobile up. Get your stuff going. Let's see, 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. It's a hard choice at this point. I feel like Ahsoka's, you're doing great on mods. I think Ahsoka's the better thing for you to go for after your current farms, just because Ahsoka gets you two instances of Relic 9 materials, whereas Hondo gives you mods. I'd prioritize the Relic 9 materials. So I'm going to say it. Ahsoka. Does it feel good to go for Ahsoka? Not at all. But if you want to go for PK Hondo, I'm not going to see a problem with it. Okay, sounds good, Gerg. You have a great night, my friend. Welcome those coming in from Troopers. Thank you, Harry Prince. I didn't see that.
Hi, Hondo Onaka, welcoming you to the Beaver Dam.
Welcome each and every one of you. Just doing some roster reviews. Okay, Commander Lex, waiting on 5k era currency to unlock Jar Jar Binks. That's right. Which you are in luck, because the Jar Jar event did just get fixed like literally a week and a half ago. I've been getting nothing since Relic Delta came out. I have been getting nothing but comments on that video of people going, this doesn't work. My Jar Jar gets one shot. I'm like, yes, I know. CG still hasn't fixed it, even though they claimed they fixed every single event. So you're in luck. They did fix that event, and I have not gotten another comment about it in the last week since they fixed it. So I think everyone's doing good. Could be wrong. I do hear a lot of stuff about the Bo-Katan Mandalore event right now. I just went through and tried my my Keller and Beck strat, and the Keller and Beck strat worked. So I'm still going to work through the other tiers and make sure that all of the pieces still work, and it's just like a picnic problem, not an actual problem with Relic Delta, because it shouldn't be different at all. It's still scaled to Relic 7 characters. So should Gungans be the very last farm nowadays? Yeah. I feel like it's last on the list. There's not really a value farm associated with them. They can kill like Ray in most cases in 5v5. They're kind of worthless in 3v3. They're kind of just down there for sure, Frozen Italiano. Are your pronouns the, she, it? Yes, Harry Prince, you are correct. Grogus, welcome, my friend. Can we get some General Kenobis in the chat from our wonderful members for Grogus? Okay, Commander Lex, you said you're waiting for Jar Jar unlock. And then you're going to finish Glat, okay. Second Lights token Air Store on General Syndulla. I definitely have never seen GS before. General Syndulla. Then the one from the episode track on Padawan Sabine Wren. Okay, got it. After that, thinking of building Maz. Do you already have the Padawan Sabine Wren leveled? Like the stars? Yeah, you do. Okay, so that'll be an easy bring up. Looks like CG's kind of handing you your next farms. To be fair, I feel like CG's kind of handing all of us our next couple of farms. Good, because I give zero fwicks about them. Every time I see the word frick, I immediately think of like fwick. It makes me giggle. Okay, I think building Maz into PK Honda, but what should I be working on after that? Jar Jar Glat and PK Honda are my last major farms in the game. I mean, that's the thing, is if you're keeping up with the new characters, you're kind of getting to the point where there's not a whole lot left to do. You know, and like the things that are left to do are not necessarily the greatest. I would start also looking at, because, you know, if you're going to be speccing into any amount of the new units, trying to go for like the 5-star to make sure that you get like the max bang for your buck out of the new eras, with the free stuff that they give for each character. You know, at that point, you don't need a whole lot more to get characters done. It's going to be a little bit here, a little bit there. I would look into, like, you know, you have a Relic 1 Stormtrooper Han sitting here right here. So, you know, think about maybe working on the teams that are for the anniversary stuff, but we don't know how good they're going to be yet. So we'll kind of see. As soon as those come out, then we'll know a bit more. But for now, I mean, what else do you work on? You can get your armorer up as a good plug and play. You know, working on mods is probably one of the biggest things that you can do in relic levels. Like, honestly, some of these farms, like going for Jar Jar, I'd put getting your relic levels higher, way above doing that. Like getting, you know, Scorch up to relic 7. Any team that you use actively on offense and defense would be like full relic 7s. Like you're kind of getting to that point where the new farms aren't necessarily as helpful as, you know, just finishing farms and that type of thing. What do you do after that? You work on whatever's new. You save up your crystals, making sure you're hitting your 400 crystals every day, and you buy the new characters for free because you don't have to spend money at that point, because you can just dump it all into, you know, your crystals and getting the 13 pulls, and hopefully you get every single character day 1 for free, or week 1 for free. Start a free-to-play account. Keep fighting up in GAC, building up your relic levels in these characters, because there's still quite a few things in here that need the high relic levels. You know, you got Jedi Knight Revan here. You know, we just talked about Treya on the other account, Mara Jade. You have plenty of characters that could definitely use some relic 7s, and plenty of characters that could use some relic 9s and that type of stuff to give you a more sturdy defense. So. But it sounds like you're dead set on finishing up your last couple of farms. When you say finish up your last couple of farms, make sure you're thorough, and, you know, start working on some of these characters that could use some extra relic levels. The new Darth Vader will be the best of the bunch. Oh yeah, 100%. That's what they're claiming, is that he's going to be on the same level as Great Mothers, which kills a couple GLs. So I am very hopeful, Lady Geek. That's for sure. Billy Robertson, shoot. You gonna be any more Lightspeed levels coming out soon? I would assume so. I'm gonna say there's at least one more set coming, Riley. Yeah, I don't know anything about Forlom and Zuckus. I need to go watch some of the videos other people have made out for them, because it was just a time where I wasn't really paying attention because I was so busy with my new job. Bastila is Relic 3, but also pretty bad. Well, which Bastila? Because Lightside Bastila? Yeah, it's Relic 3. Who cares? But if it's Darkside Bastila, like, you should get that up. I already upped mine up to 5, and I'm going to be upping her to 7 pretty soon, because she just keeps getting obliterated. Like, she does nothing on my teams right now. What's the queue for a free view? We are at the top of the list, my friend. I just did the 2 paid for ones that were in the list. We will pop up our 5-minute timer, and we'll start blasting through the free views now. To answer you, Master Jedi, it looks like you are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are the 6th in line, so you're about 30 minutes out. Hey, Latte Money, welcome, my friend. What's it take to get you a look at my roster and help me decide between Starkiller, Balin, or Bo-Katan, as I could get either of them with the Lightspeed tokens? Look at your roster and do it. I mean, you're gonna have to get in line, or you're gonna have to, pay $5 super chat to be able to skip the line, or buy a $10 membership, whatever you want to do. But I don't think we're gonna get through the list that we have for free views today, so you'd have to come back another day if you wanted a free roster review. But to answer your question on just like an easy level, Bo-Katan you're basically getting for free, and is a really solid one to get you into a good guild. So if you're willing to switch guilds, I'd focus Bo-Katan. Balin's going to be more important in the sense of you're getting 2 GL killer teams. So if you're looking for something that is going to be really, really solid in GAC and just GAC, look at Balin. Starkiller's kind of on that level of if you're getting the Stranger soon, sure. But for now, I feel like Starkiller's just a little underpowered right now, whereas Balin, you're getting 2 GL killer teams instead of just 1. And Bo-Katan, you're getting a GL killer team, as well as a good team in Territory War, and a team that will help out your guild in territory battles and get you all infinite Kyrotech. That is essentially what Bo-Katan is. Bo-Katan is a cheat code for infinite Kyrotech. So if you're willing to switch guilds, Bo-Katan. If you're not willing to switch guilds, or your guild is already doing Mandalore without you, sweet, go for Balin. Grogus, you buy my plane ticket. I'm pretty cheap when it comes to handing out, love. So you buy my plane ticket, I'll do it. They call the new Darth Vader an elite marquee, which is the same terminology used for Great Mother. She should be the best of the 6. Yep, 100%. Interesting that what they suggest is Tarkin. I was assuming we'd get Thrawn as the 5th in that team, but they're suggesting Tarkin and Royal Guard, which I thought was very interesting. Our meat. So if all I need for Balin or like character can be solved with the past Lightspeed tokens, forget about Starkiller and go Bo-Katan, if that makes sense. Yes. There's our meat. Okay, getting Stranger day 1. Thank you.
Do fine.
Thank you for the content.
Thank you, Bailey. I appreciate it, my friend. Is that Australian dollars? Is that what that is? I can't remember what a $sign is. I think that's Australian dollars. Thank you for my friend. I appreciate it. Do you want a roster review as well, or are you just trying to help out the Beaver Dam? Austrian. There we go. Balin around January. Probably going to be in Kyber next season, working on Leviathan for around March, April. Okay. Got those 3. January, Stranger. You're not pushing on Maul very hard. For going for the Stranger pretty harshly. Come on, you gotta spend that moolah. Love to see the Queen's Men. Love to see it. Love to see it. Not a whole lot of waste, which is nice. You have the... I saw her. Yeah, there she is. Okay. Only by the episode pass. I mean, start getting yourself some extra crystals into that and see if you can get 5-star each time. Good to see you, AR. Should I use Fulcrum instead of Visas Mar if I have a Fulcrum at 7-star gear 12 already and nothing on Visas? Sure. Gear 12 doesn't really mean much right now, but, you know, not having Visas at all. I mean, I've never used Visas on my Star Killer team. I've always used Baby Cal, you know, whoever I have relic so I can throw Datacrons on, things like that. Like Stick Ray. Heck yeah, Billy Robertson. Glad it helps, my friend. Yeah, my roller guard's also Relic 3 because I didn't bring them up because by the time I got Lord Vader, clones were out. So what's the point of getting roller guard up, you know? Alex, you're all 4 stars, Relic 3, day 1. Nice. Okay. Okay, so you've done a great job of like farming for your guild. You've gotten the triple, you know, the Rebel Trinity here. How are your ships doing? You have the Executor.
That is the sound of 1,000
Swampgrass coming in with the raid. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Looks like you're working on the B-Wing stuff just for fun because it's disgusting anyways. You got an Outrider done. Are you saving crystals right now? I hope you're saving crystals. Leviathan is so garbage before you hit 7 stars. I really hope you're saving crystals, my friend. Like, I'd rather see you get a Profundity than... You have 8k crystals? Okay, well, keep saving because you're about a third of the way there, my friend. You'll have enough when the time comes? I hope so, my friend. Okay, overall, don't think it's a bad thing going for Leviathan. I'd like to see a Profundity in your roster, especially because you're already pretty dang close. And with like Lightspeed tokens, that kind of thing, you can kind of get there pretty dang easily. Just kind of get your triple middle finger out there since your off-meta fleets are just a little shaky. But I think you should start making your way towards Lord Vader and JMK sooner rather than later. Especially with like the Order 66 raid being what it is. You know, getting the troopers up and, you know, doing that kind of thing is very, very nice. You already have a 6-star Apo, 6-star CX2, 6-star Scorch. Like you've already farmed it. So yeah, going for that Lord Vader would not be a bad plan whatsoever for this roster. JMK, you already have the Cat at Relic 7, so I think pushing that direction towards the end of this year is the way that I would go, is going for the bougie bunch. When I get Darth Vader 6 stars through packs, I have about 25k crystals saved up. I plan on also taking him to max era level. I'll be able to... How much more you think I'll need? I mean, they're giving him to you at 55. I don't know how much farther you can take him during the time when he comes out, though. It really depends on the crystals, because we just don't know what the crystal packs are going to be, because it looks like each time they're adding a character, they're adding another set of crystal packs to the era stuff, and we just don't know the price of those era packs that they're going to be. So I couldn't necessarily tell you, but I can tell you that, you know, with the 25k, you're obviously going to get Darth Vader up. Whether you can get him to max era level, like, it's going to be like a waiting game more than anything and seeing how much you need. But, like, you're definitely going to get him at 6 star. That only costs you, like, if you're lucky, it costs you 13k. If you're unlucky, it costs you 18k crystals. So... Also getting their team up. Okay. Yeah, I mean, off meta is not a bad thing to build to. The one unfortunate thing with off meta is that a lot of them are just like, you're going to have to get multiple characters up to Relic 7, and that can be painful to an account. But with the changes, I don't think it'll be nearly as bad. You've done a good job of keeping your characters up at like good relic levels where, you know, you're not struggling too much with relic delta problems so far. So... I really hope Stranger Team isn't dependent on Spider Mall. It probably will be. Where will each of the new era units fit into current squads? Do you have a previous fit about it? I don't, but Luke will fit in with like the remnant rebels, the old rebels. Spider Mall is going to be with the Stranger. Emperor Palpatine, Mara Jade are going to get the new Vader. IG-90 goes with Afra. Oh gosh. Unaligned Force users get, isn't it like bounty hunters get Asajj Ventress with the new Zuckuss and Forlom, and then like unaligned Force users get Barriss, if I recall. Inquisitors for Barriss, is she Inquisitorious? I couldn't remember if she's unaligned Force user or Inquisitorious for her kit. I haven't really read her kit very closely. That's my modding on the character. I just want to make sure they are up to par for Kyber. Yeah, I can take a look really quick. Overall, your farming path looks good. Your ships, I'm a little worried about. You're doing a good job of like you're going for Leviathan right now. I think you should go for Profundity pretty soon too. You're pretty close already, and with Lightspeed tokens, it's not really going to be a problem. So like I'm not super worried about your ships, but I'm a little worried. Your JML is Chef's Kiss, beautiful. Looking good on your GLs in general. Cat's looking a little fast for a non-JMK. Like she's still a good unit, but I don't think she really deserves what you've given her thus far. Okay. You don't have everything. You bought the finalizer bundle, it looks like. Probably to get you an executor quicker. I was about to say, hold on, are you not going for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren? No, you didn't buy the Lightspeed bundle. It doesn't really connect to much, so there's not really a point. Same with Resistance. I'm seeing Resistance all around. Is this another bundle that you purchased and you didn't purchase both bundles? Is that what this is? Missing Finn, Rey. You're still really close to Rey. Like, this is incredibly close to Rey, isn't it? Because you need a Relic Finn, you need a Relic Rey Scavenger and Veteran Smuggler, and then BB-8. So it's just 4. Okay. Okay. So you already have that in your plan. Sweet. Unfortunately, at that point, Lord Vader starts to fall off. Because you're getting into the area, if you have plans out to that point, you're getting into the area where the raid's going to shift. And so Lord Vader is going to be less helpful to get into your roster quicker. And so I might suggest something like JMK first instead. Just as like a really solid throw this on offense and it wins kind of thing. Your mod depth is looking good for your like GP. And like you definitely look like you know how to mod, which is solid. But you're definitely gonna have to kind of keep up with it, because I feel like the problem with an account is it's like a roll of toilet paper. The more you use, the faster it goes down, smaller and smaller. It's the same thing. The farther you get into this game, the faster it goes. It's just gonna keep going faster and faster. That mods like that look great right now, you're gonna very quickly start hitting the point where each new team you're like, dude, I just don't have the mods. I can mod one character out of this whole team. So. Yeah, and that's fair, Army, especially with where you're at right now. Like you're if you had bought all the bundles, I'd be like, you're a fool for not getting Ray. But you don't. You have a couple characters that you have to finish, and so I can understand putting it off for other things, especially things like Balin and Leviathan that are going to be much more helpful to your account. Isn't Stick Ray in a bundle? Stick Ray is in a bundle, but it comes at Relic 5, and you have to bring it up to Relic 7. He didn't get that bundle, though. Same with Finn. Finn's also part of that bundle. Both of the Resistance Hero... Not Resistance Heroes, what are they called? Veteran Smugglers are also in that bundle, if I recall. For Bow and Maul, yeah. I wouldn't worry about Maul. How much have you put into Maul? I wouldn't go for Maul. Like Bow, yes. Maul, I wouldn't touch. Maul with your Ufus? Okay. That's not a bad thing, and you don't really have to put anything else into Maul then besides mods. Okay, that's fine. I thought you were insinuating you were going to build the whole team. I was like, it's so much effort. It's not going to be worth it for you. But no, that's fine. This is missing out of your roster, though. This definitely needs to get fixed. Yeah, Maul with the Ufus is fantastic. It makes it more stable for a lot of counters. But this needs to be fixed. You need to get your Bo-Katan up and rocking, whether that's using a Lightspeed token to do it. That'll be the Mandalorian Lightspeed token. Okay, good. Yeah, that's one you don't want to skip out on. That is an incredible addition to this team and a big part of why the team works. But yeah, overall, mods are looking good. It's looking like a really well modded roster. It's going to be trying to keep up with that as you get more and more of these teams. And your plan, I don't think is bad. I'd add Profundity to it, and I'd make sure you keep an eye on the Bougie Bunch going forward. You know, the Bougie Bunch meaning you're looking at Lord Vader, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then the last one is Ahsoka. But you can kind of put off Ahsoka for as long as you need to. Is Discord the only way to know mod score? Yeah, essentially, because it's Discord bots that do it. So I think you can check on... You can definitely check on Hot Sauce. What is it called? Why am my brain freezing? Hot Utils, but that's paid for. I think you can check on swago.gg maybe? I can't use Discord. My girl would be mad about it. Lol. I'm so confused. Wait, Beef, you were on YouTube? I thought you were only in real life. Hey, Striker, how you doing, my friend? Thomas Pekak, I did not skip you, my friend. It shows up in Discord in a different order than it shows up for everyone else. I good be. I love you too, Striker. I don't know. Maybe we can check swago.gg real quick. You are next, Big T. /P/529. Yeah, there's my ally code. Does it show your mod score in here? I actually don't know. I don't see anything about mod score. There's 6.mods. Yeah, I don't see anything for checking mods for this. Hey, Cybix, welcome. I don't know, Mario. I don't know. I also don't know if your name matches in Discord, and if so, then it's kind of like not really possible for me to know where you are in the list anyways. Let me throw on our timer. We completely forgot the timer on the last one, so we went super over. Let's get our timer going. Okay, Big T says working on finishing up the last 2 tunes for PK Hondo. Gross. I mean, it fits with where you're at, I guess, at least. Working on finishing up the last 2 tunes. Should I have a side project to work on prior to the GL? I'm thinking of investing in Order 66 tunes for the raid, or maybe work on Balin or Ahsoka. Hey, Lion, welcome, my friend. Maybe work on Balin or Ahsoka. Balin, yes. Ahsoka, you're getting PK Hondo right now, so you're getting some good mods. There's some great stuff to come from Ahsoka, but I think Balin's better for an account like this. If your guild's pushing for a crate, yes, go for better Order 66 rewards. Otherwise, I wouldn't worry about it. I'd focus more on fixing your Relic Delta, getting a Relic 7 Star Killer, Relic 7 Kersantin. Those are 2 immediate ones that I'm seeing that I'm like, ooh. Marin's another one. Bosch Leia's another one. You know, flinging attackers, so attackers that just get flung at the enemy over and over again, aka Bosch Leia, aka Star Killer, or, you know, your amazing tanks, the ones that are just always tanking the hits, Kersan, Darth Malak. These are the characters I'd be working on. I would say your side project is to fix your Relic Delta problem, because there's definitely a Relic Delta problem here. We are already seeing some low relic stuff as I'm going through. Savaggio Press at Relic 6 with no mods and no Omicron is literally painful. This is one of the most annoying tanks in the game. If you have the Omicron. If you don't have the Omicron, this is not a character that does literally anything in this game. This is like my first high relic character and my first Omicron on my free-to-play account. It's already gotten me like 3 wins on my free-to-play account. Obviously, you know, Maz Kanata getting her up. Since you're going for Pirate King Hondo, you're gonna have all the different pirates up and running. Oh gosh, you have so many good things to work on, though. You have some really good things to work on here. I would fix your current relic levels. So you're working on some stuff. I'd fix your current relic levels. I'd get Ezra Bridger Exile up, and then probably Malicos up, if you have the Omicrons for Malicos. How's your ships looking? You have an Executor and a Profundity. You need a Leviathan here pretty soon, my friend. You're getting at that spot where you should definitely have a Leviathan in your roster. So side projects while you're working on PK Hondo, fix your Relic Delta, work on your Ezra Bridger, and then maybe consider pushing for Leviathan for a bit. And then getting Leviathan done, then Balin. If you have the Omicrons, get Malicos into your roster. If you don't have the Omicrons, don't worry about it. But Ezra Bridger Exile is one of the best defensive teams with Rey in the game currently. So even if you don't go for Ahsoka Tano, still something I wouldn't sleep on. You don't need all his Omicrons either. The only Omicron you actually need to have him pop off is the Kanan's Legacy Omicron. And then after that, everything else is extra until you get Ahsoka. Then it's actually kind of important to have all of them. Malicos kind of needs all his Omicrons. That's why I said only if you have the Omicrons. So... let's check your mods real quick. Yeah, so that would probably be my... it's tough because Balin is so incredibly good and you're pretty close to Balin. But you're also like... most of the stuff that you need for Balin is like shard farming. So I guess finish Balin when you have the shards. But I want to see somewhere in the area of like 11,000 damage. I don't want to see at least 500 speed on this Rey. Your mods are not looking good for a couple of these GLs. Dang. I had such hope when I looked at that Lord Vader and was like, oh, that's not bad. But I should have thought, oh, that's not bad for 1 GL. But Supreme Leader Kylo Ren should be faster than that, and he's not even close. And he got a protection mod. Your mods are looking real bad. That is what I want you to focus on. Holy crap. Be stingy, dude. Be stingy with your mods. Use swago.gg. These mods are not your girlfriend. You can't fix her. If she doesn't roll speed in the first set or the second set, you delete that thing. If she doesn't roll speed at least 3 times by blue, you throw it away. Come on, dude. Or at least hold on to it for other people as a pass down mod and move on to other things. Stop spending on mods. You need to be as stingy as possible. Work on your Relic Delta, work on your mods. Leviathan should be in your near future. Balin, as soon as you finish the shards, sure, you've already put a lot of work into Balin, and it looks like most of the rest of it is like, you know, a 6 to 7 star. It's a Cantina node. It's going to take you no time at all. So yeah, Balin. But Leviathan should be in your near future, and Hezra needs to be up on your list. The problem is you have a Relic 9 Ray with no Hezra and crap mods. So, fix that. If you haven't already, my friend, and you need just a basic how to farm mods, I will fight you, Nodman. I should make the number 6 by itself a bannable thing to the ban bot. That'd be hilarious. Fleets are one of the biggest things that you can work on, Billy Robertson. There is never a downside to working on fleets. The reason I got into Kyber originally was because of fleets. The reason I've held my place in Kyber is because of fleets. Fleets are one of your best friends. If you can get through the enemy's fleets, you can usually win. Unfortunately, it's no longer like a stonewall defense thanks to the recent changes to the fleet meta, but at least you can always get through your opponent's fleets, and if they can't get through your fleets, you basically always win. So, I don't think there's ever a downside. Galactic Republic and Leviathan are 2 of the most important fleets in the entire game. Don't think that's a problem. I can fix my mods way easier than I can fix my girlfriend. You are correct. The problem is, though, getting rid of a girlfriend and finding another one is not always the easiest thing. Whereas, you know, mods, very, very easy, and I encourage you to do so. Can you see my roster? If you want to join the list of people that are doing roster reviews, there's a section in the Discord, my friend. Okay, on to the next roster. We're just going to do some quick 5-minute roster reviews. Next up is Zavor. Zavor, are you here? I will reset the timer as soon as I see you. Next up on deck is Wants to Wanga. Okay, there's Zavor. Okay. Yeah, I gave you the mod video. Okay. Last 7-star executive. I'll have to wait till the next year this time for a 7-star negotiator. Oof, my friend. To be fair, Billy, to be fair, most of the counters that you can do with the negotiator are actually been shifted over to the endurance nowadays. And so that's actually much easier for you to get done. The negotiator is still required for like 1 or 2 counters. I think specifically it's best against the profundity, I think. Out of the Galactic Republic counters, but the endurance I think can do all 3. So the good news is you don't really have to worry about the 7-star negotiator. It's kind of fallen out of the meta thanks to the Marauder and the changes to Leviathan that they've done recently. Before you burn me, Beaver, I know my Trade Squad is underinvested and they've been doing work for years at Gear 12, so I never relucted them, but they're on the list. I'm glad, my friend. Yeah, no, I got you, Lady Geek. Thanks for reminding me, though. I'm paying attention to some degree, at least. I'll give, like, Lady Geek a command that, like, she specifically can use where she can reset my timer. Yeah, Jedi Knight Revan, overinvested, underinvested, especially in the days of Relic Delta. General Grievous is not looking great, but General Grievous is General Grievous. He's not really in the meta. Love the Relic 7 Chrysanthemum. Bosch Leia could use some work. Ben Solo could use some work. You're going to have some Relic Delta issues here in this roster. Obviously, you talked about the Darth Treya. Luckily, you don't have to do stuff like, this team right here, besides make sure that they're modded well, because, exposes are not affected by Relic Delta because it counts as damage to yourself. Any kind of percent health damage effects are that way. Yeah, Savage is painful, dude. I can't wait to have my Relic 9 Savage in my free-to-play and just watch my opponents suffer. Okay, let's see. Rey, J-Mill, Jabba, Leia, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, Ahsoka. Ahsoka's a weird one, but okay. I like the Relic 9 Ahsoka, that you're trying to get the Relic 9 materials. Lord Vader. Get your Marin up. Yeah, besides Relic Delta stuff, Lord Vader, dude. How's your clones? I haven't even read your thing. We'll be finishing PK Hondo. Oh my gosh, Kay. Okay. Yeah, you can donate to get Billy a review, Mikey Mike. No, Steve. I don't think it's important whatsoever. The fleet already takes so many turns to start. There's no need for the extra speed. It's not a fleet that deals damage like itself. It's just all about calling other people to assist. There's no reason to do it. The only fleets that I could see you doing the Relic 9 for like the damage or anything like that is going to be like something like the Malevolence. But even then, I don't think the Relic 9 or Relic 10's worth it for the speed there. Mostly the Relic 9s is for like GL fleets, just so that way you can get your counters doing better, so you don't have to spend more effort. Like, it doesn't really shut down counters. It's mostly like, I'm just trying to make it so I can climb in my fleet arena easier. That's it. So, does the farming overlap with any farm for a GL? Yes, it does. It overlaps farms with basically the entirety of the Rebel Trinity, Jabba, Leia, and JML. You need you need the Rebels for all of those things. Dash Rendar overlaps into Starkiller. I'm sorry, I'm getting into this instead of going through this guy's roster. PK Hondo, I guess, sure. Get Lord Vader, dude. You have the Marauder. You could have the Galactic Republic fleet, which is one of the best fleets in the game. You have the clones. You could have Lord Vader and have one of the best defensive teams in the game.
Roster review for Billy Bob.
Rah! You're killing me, dude, Zavor. You're killing me. Shoring up important twos for Relic Delta along the way. Relic Delta should be the first thing you do. Plugging in holes. Obviously, we've talked about it multiple times. Plug the holes first. You do not want your holes leaking on you. It's uncomfortable, especially when it happens in public. And then after that, dude, Lord Vader, I am begging you, Lord Vader. I will give you the biggest high five if you go for Lord Vader. I am begging you, my friend. You're going to get a fleet out of it. You are going to get a GL out of it. That's one of the best ones on defense right now. You're going to get so much out of that freaking team. Go for it. I'm begging you. You already have a lot of the stuff done. Because I'm in a raid-focused guild, I'm just Bad Batch and Padme away from Lord Vader. Dude, even a raid-focused guild, going for PK Hondo seems like way too much when you have Maz Kanata, you have the clones, you have a Relic 9 Scorch. I'm losing my mind. Okay, how about the newer ship crew members? I was thinking they might hit harder, but I don't know if it's worth that much Relic materials. Not necessarily. I don't think it's super important. There might be a character or two that you can bring up, but also I don't think it's that important. We could see, like, the problem is the higher Relic levels I don't think will add that much to counters. when it comes to the Home One fleet specifically. Because the whole shtick with the Home One fleet is that it takes a million turns. And so the go-to counters for it is either you use a GL ship and you're just like, screw you, I'm using a GL ship, or you're using TIE Bomber. And TIE Bomber, no matter what, will always shut down the turn meter on Rebel fleets. So upping your relic levels is not going to do anything. You're still going to have your entire turn meter shut down. So it's really not going to change anything. So I wish I could say, oh, you're going to see significant changes by upping those relic levels. As long as you're doing the counters that you need to do and it's stopping the fleets that it's supposed to stop, I don't think you need to up the relic levels on the Home One fleet. Okay, you're out of time, but also I talked to some people in chat during it. Let's take a quick look at your mods. Like the speed on him, over 500, over 10,000. Beautiful. JML, looking a little slow, but it does have the protection mod, so I will accept it. It's looking pretty beautiful. 550 is always your goal for him. Ezra Bridger's looking a little fast, but on top of that, you're using an Ahsoka Tano in your roster, so the fast Ezra is worth it. Maz Kanata at 350, beautiful. Is there a mod fall off? Not a bad mod fall off. Looking pretty good on your mods. I'd like to see some characters like Boshley. I'd like to see at 330, Captain Drogon at 330. You know, there's some characters in here I definitely like to see some extra speed on. Your BAM faster than your bow is nice, but your bow's looking good. But that means your BAM is modded. Wow, your BAM is modded really well. That is some crazy good mods for a BAM. Okay, I'll take it. Yeah, great, beautiful. Rex is looking a little slow. Rex is a little far out of the meta though. Your Bane's looking a little slow. I'd like to see him about 20 speed faster, but 260 is acceptable. He is in the acceptable range, which is 260 to 280. If you're going for Stranger Day 1, I can understand the Starkiller sooner rather than later, but Lord Vader, I'm losing my mind. Okay. Okay, well, we're doing Billy next. Mikey Mike, thank you for the $5, my friend. That is a very good point, Cornflake. Mods, I have 250 unsliced mods. I just need the mats to slice them. Well, be very stingy with them, my friend. Be very stingy. Okay. Why is Tarful so fast? Did you just unlock JKCK? Jedi, not only Force user. That is a good call, my friend.
Credits will do fine.
Let me get next after Billy.
Sounds good, Bailey. You have JKCK. I'm glad I can help, Raid Boss Sith. Welcome, welcome, my friend. Okay, I move the Tarful mods, dude. Okay, if this was a PP, I'd be okay with it. For those of you who don't know, PP, there's nothing wrong with a little PP here in the Beaver Dam. Passion projects are important in this game. I understand a PP. I really do. I feel like I'm shorter than I usually am on stream. I think my seat did move down. I might be crazy though. Maybe I bumped my table and my camera's in the wrong place and that's what it is. Anyways, regardless, if this was a PP, I'd understand it. But this is the saddest PP I've ever seen. This is a Gear 12 Tarful. If you're going to have a PP Tarful, I want to see a Relic 9 Tarful with this kind of modding. Like, don't leave your PPs sitting around like this. No one likes a PP left sitting around. At what GP do you start looking for a Rise of the Empire guild? As soon as you can get into a Rise of the Empire guild? I don't know. Let's see. 200 million GP. divided by 50 is 4 million GP. Somewhere in the area of 4 million GP if you have like some relic levels on characters. I've gotten into guilds as early as 600,000 GP. I actually think I got into one at like 450,000 GP. It really depends, and it depends on what you're willing to do for the guild. If you're willing to go and be like, oh, I'm willing to get Reaver ready, or oh, I'm going to go for Bo-Katan because I'm getting light speed tokens this year, and Bo-Katan's going to be a very easy thing to finish. You could get into a Rise of the Empire guild much, much faster by promising them that you're going to work on something that will benefit them. So it really just depends on what your roster's like and where you're at. But like latest, probably 4 million GP, you should be in a Rise of the Empire guild. But like anything from like 2 million forward, if you're relicing characters, you're going on a good farming path, I'd probably be in a Rise of the Empire guild even probably before that. So. Yeah, like, if you just want to go for the raid, you can also get into a guild like that. You know, if you're just like, yo, I have a good guild, or I have a good raid score. You know, I built out the Gungans for the last raid, or I built out Harkin clones for this raid, you know, or whatever it might be. If you have, like, one good team, you can usually swing your way into a Rise of the Empire guild. So... Gone are the days where, you know, to get into a good guild, you have to sell your arm and your leg and prove your worth to people just because the C pit is considered so hard, and, you know, you have to be over this GP limit, have 7 GLs, and have the Ray Jawas built up to the level where they can compete inside the C pit. You know, gone are those days. We are in a prime time where you can find a guild pretty early, as long as you're willing to do something for the guild. You know, whether that's, you know, farm for the guild or smooch up to one of the leaders. Yeah, there are plenty of guilds out there that'll take you if you're just willing to get your tickets, or you're just willing to get one farm done, or something along those lines. My problem with going into a Rise of the Empire guild too early, or just any guild too early, like I've seen many of people get into like a 500 million GP guild that are like 1 million GP, right? They get into that guild, they can never contribute to that guild. They don't feel like they're giving anything to the guild, and so they don't like the game as much. And so you want to be able to find a guild that's above you, but is not unreachable at your current level, because then you're going to find the people that you can work together with, you can get advice for what you're doing, and then once you exceed them, you can find another guild where you can continue to do that, and continue to build your way up. Because if you're in a guild where you're way above what they're doing, you're going to feel like you're doing all the work, and you're not going to enjoy yourself. If you're way below, you're going to feel like you're doing none of the work, and you're not enjoying yourself. Now, some people are sociopaths and can handle that. I find that most people are not sociopaths, luckily. So most people want to, you know, help, can contribute to the community. And so if you're going to want to do that, you're going to want to find a guild where you can, you know, be within a good range of getting to their level. You know. When it comes to the Beaver Dam, we talk about trying our best to enjoy this game. Yes, we try to be efficient, but we try to enjoy the game as well. Okay, so we have Billy Bob and Bailey. So Billy Bob, you put it in the Discord, I assume. And then these will be our last two for the day. But if you want to get a roster review and you weren't able to today, if you go to the Discord, you scroll up to the very top of the damn Discord, there's a section called Channels and Roles, and if you scroll down here, you can click right here and you'll be pinged every time we go live for roster reviews. If you get your roster review and you're like, sweet, I'm good for 6 months, click it again. If I can click, boom, now I no longer am pinged for roster reviews. So I'll take 3 million player who's building their roster right and will participate over a 10 million player who misses 4 phases of territory battle, does one run of the raid. Yeah, it's not useful at all. I agree. Yeah. Okay, next up is Billy Bob Joe Jean. Where is Billy? What's your name in Discord, my friend? I don't know what your name is in Discord. You can't use Discord? Okay, then I need you to put your ally code into the chat, and you're going to do 3 numbers, and then you're going to throw an X in there, and then 3 numbers, and then an X, and then 3 numbers. If you throw it as just one string of numbers, YouTube will recognize it as spam, and will just delete it, and I will never see it. So... Not tonight, Master Jedi, unfortunately. We do not have time, my friend. But you are a member, so you can come on the members-only roster review stream on Saturday. And you'll have a much easier time getting a roster review that day. So please knock on my door. Tarful's holding PK Hondo's mods. He had no mods before that. Okay. That makes a bit more sense. Is there a reason the police knocked on your door? Are you okay? Is Padme all right? Ha ha, Rob, that's funny. Okay, Billy Robertson, give me a little blurb about your account. I mean, it's an early enough account. I don't know if I really need a blurb, but give me a blurb anyways. I mean, I kind of already figured out what you're doing. You're pushing for Executor, you're pushing for SLKR, as you should. Okay. I have most Executor, if that's been my only direction, I'll have Razor Crest done by the next month. I want you to finish Executor. I definitely want you to finish Executor. Then I want you to finish SLKR as fast as you can. You're going to try and hit 4 million GP as fast as you can, because the moment you hit 4 million GP, you'll unlock Proving Grounds. So you'll start your 17-month long slog to be getting all the Conquest characters. And so you want to start that sooner rather than later. So you're going to basically bloat your GP. What I mean by bloating your GP is you're going to go to any character that is a pilot that includes the characters that are down here that are absolute trash, garbage, that kind of thing. Especially if you have extra credits to spend, you're going to go to anyone that's a pilot. You're going to throw mods on them. You're going to throw levels on them. That is one of the fastest ways you'll bloat your GP to 4 million GP. So even if it's like you can unlock a ship at 2 stars and you've got like, you know, oh yeah, I can go and grab this ship. Like, I don't know, Cassian's U-Wing, because all the characters are easy farms and stores, and you can just get them to 2 stars, and you can get the ship to 2 stars from 4-star stores as well. Great. Now throw mods on those characters. Go to this Geonosian soldier that you have right here and go throw mods on this guy. Go throw some levels in. Bloat your GP, get up to 4 million GP as soon as you have that SLKR. So Executor, SLKR. Let's see. You are messaging, so I'm going to check. Save my Lightspeed token for a free 7-star. Thinking Wampa to save that grind. Solid choice, especially this early in GAC. Wampa's going to go great as long as you have the Omicrons to give him his Omicron. A Wampa's going to be a fantastic thing into this roster. Geo ships, you have 200 shards. Perfect. You know, spend those shards, get yourself up to 4 million GP. But your first GL ship and your first GL are 2 of the biggest things that you can do in your roster. Now, I see a lot of spreading outwards to other farms, and I want you to bring it in. I don't want you to spread outwards to other farms because, you know, there is a lot here that you can go for, and we want to focus down on the things that are going to be the most efficient for you. Now, you have the Buchaka right here. You have the 3-Poc. I love seeing the 3-Poc right here. You bought the Shadows of the Empire Lightspeed bundle. The Shadows of the Empire Lightspeed bundle gives you like almost everything that you need to do to get JML. The moment you get Jedi Knight Luke, because normally in an account like yours, I would suggest going for Jabba next because you want to get into the Rebel Trinity, but you also want mod materials. So I'd suggest, you know, you go and you get Jabba. But the thing is, because you bought the Shadows of the Empire Lightspeed bundle, you have the Lando Calrissian at 3 of 5. You have Wedge and Biggs at 3 of 3 for both of them. You have Akbar, Akbar's not one of them, sorry. Princess Leia at 3 of 3. You have Old Ben at 3 of 5. You have a lot of the crap characters that you need to get Jedi Master Luke already finished, and so once you get Jedi Knight Luke, it's just a couple characters, and you know, you already have the 3PO and Chewie done. Mon Mothma, you already have it gear 12, which means the Chirotechs are done for her. You just got to farm the shards and the gear 12 to gear 13. You have a ton of what you need to get JML done. JML is a king of conquest. He's a king of PvE. He's going to carry you in a lot of that kind of stuff and help you get red crates easier, which means you'll get newer characters faster. Conquest characters are some of the most important characters you could possibly have. So Executor, SLKR, and then you're going to start heading into the Rebel Trinity, starting with JML and then into Jabba. So you want to keep in mind Jabba is next, so make sure you're farming the shards that you need to get Jabba. On top of that, you're getting some lightspeed tokens that'll help you along that way, pushing in that direction. You'll get a Bounty Hunter lightspeed token. You can throw that on Bosch Leia. You can throw that on Chrysanthemum, one of those characters, to be able to get into that direction. So that is where I'm going to suggest that you push. 140 Zetas and 60 Omi is no idea where to put them. Well, you're going to put 1 Zeta and 1 Omi on your wonderful Wampa that we're talking about, because Wampa's also a requirement for Jedi Master Luke, because you have to get the Jedi Knight Luke first, and so already you're looking at a good spot that's also going to lead to the things you're doing. You kind of already have the path, you just needed some like go that direction. But also keep in mind the other 120 of those Zetas are going to go to SLKR. Each GL has 6 Zetas, and they're all kind of important. You might want to you could leave out like 1 or 2 Zetas from SLKR if you want to, but most of those are going to go to SLKR. But your first GL, huge power increase. First GL ship, massive thing for you. Going to get you crystals every day. Super, super nice. So Executor, great idea. SLKR next. Hit the 4 million GP, so just build out your GP a ton, and then you're going to head towards JML and then Jabba. So that is your next 6 months to a year. Keep us updated. Overall, I'm going to take a quick look at your mods. I'm not expecting much, because it seems like you're kind of a newer player and you're still kind of like figuring things out as you go. Yeah, I mean, looking like some solid starter mods. Nothing too crazy here. Make sure you're using swago.gg to know what characters you need what mods. All of my guides give minimum speed thresholds for the events. The mods you have currently should be the minimum speed thresholds to get SLKR, but I want to see your SLKR Chef's Kiss modded, so make sure you're using swago.gg to know what to mod them with, and you're going to want as much speed mods as you can. And we put it in the chat a second ago, but we're going to put it out there again. Here's a quick video that you can watch. They'll go over mod farming and not going, you know, overboard into mod farming, but it'll take you through the basics and how to mod farm, how to take up a mod without, you know, how to be stingy with modding. So go watch that. If you have any questions, please come back. We'd be happy to answer. I place top 1 because home 1 with bounty hunter ships beats profundity, and that's great. And your GL ship is going to continue to help you out with that with the Executor, and then you're going to have Executor on defense, and you'll have home 1 on offense in your Grand Arena, and you'll be able to get more crystals there. Your SLKR is going to help you get through Proving Grounds. It's going to help you get through your conquest and get rewards there, and just speed up your overall farming. You're going to do great, my friend. I'm very excited for your account. Can Executor be profundity? Executor, when it comes to the Rogue One, I think there's a way of beating it, but it's not very stable. I think you have to bring in TIE Bomber for it, but it still beats it, I believe. It's something where you have to bring in TIE Bomber, I think. It's not one I have a ton of experience with, but right now, all the GL ships can kill each other to varying degrees of success. So you'll just have to look up the strat. But overall, it's going to be fantastic for your roster, my friend. Hey, Italian, welcome, my friend. I'm just about done. I just got one more roster review to do, and my throat is actually dying right now because I haven't been drinking this water, and I'm severely dehydrated. Okay. Yeah, it's 10 p.m. for me. I'm not in Finland, unfortunately. I don't know if I said it already. Hello, Savin Call. I'm starting to get to that point where I'm kind of like losing my mind a bit from the roster reviews. So I'm starting to talk real fast and, you know, kind of get in the groove of just not knowing what's happening in my brain. Oh gosh, it's a long message. Okay, so next up we have Bailey, our last paid for roster review for the night, and then I am hopping off for the night. Fortunately or unfortunately, it depends on, you know. Fortunately for me, I guess, because I get to get some other stuff done for the night. But unfortunately for you guys, because a lot of you guys are not getting roster reviews. I'm kind of all over the shop at the moment. I'm close to mini characters. I just unlocked Sith Eternal Emperor. Okay, okay. I don't see him on here at the moment, so it looks like you're still working on getting him up. JMK just need the currency for his unlock. I'm a few relic ways for Bo-Katan Mandalore. When we get the Lightspeed token for Keller and Beck, just need relic levels for Balin tunes. I unlocked Stranger in a few weeks. Haven't really gotten anyone on that team up and running. Best they are is Gear 12 Starkiller. I just need stars. And gear on Darth Talon. My current farms are for Leviathan. Pretty close to having shards done, maybe 1.5 months for everything. Then just relics could use some guidance on where to focus. Boy, oh boy, when you said you were kind of doing everything, you were not wrong. Relic 10 Leia is very cool. Love to see people spending their free relic. Love to see the Jabba. How are you doing on value farms? You have the Queen's Men, but not at relic 9. It's kind of important nowadays. The Paw Patrol being up is surprising. I'd like to see a Relic 7 Paw Patrol if you have them up that far. But not too bad. You're talking about Bo-Katan. If you're not in a Bo-Katan guild already, consider switching guilds to a Bo-Katan guild as you get close. Or even just look now. If you literally just message a guild and you're like, yo, I am going to be Bo-Katan ready in X months. You can often get into a guild that way. It's the same thing with Wat Tambor. You know, when we first started the game, however long ago, it was like, hey, I'll work on Wat Tambor, and the guild's like, okay, even though you're 200,000 GP or 50,000 GP, sure, come on in. We'll help you out until you can get Wat Tambor ready geos. So, you know, same kind of idea. I am seeing some Relic Delta effects here. I would work on them depending on where you are in GAC. You're in Erodium 3, I don't think it's super important. As you start to get to Erodium 1, I would take a break from your current farms and do especially like the Queen Amidala to Relic 7, you know, the Darth Treya, Savage, that kind of stuff. Just some of these characters that are going to be Relic Delta out of their minds as you start getting close to Erodium 1. That's what you're going to want to focus on it. Sounds good, Foggly Doggly. You have a great night, my friend. How long have you been streaming? It's only been about 2 hours. But roster review streams always kind of fry my brain no matter what. If you are not working on at least 3 ships at any given moment, I'm upset at you. Your ships need work. You have a lot of fleets that are partially done, and you need to finish them. Leviathan sounds great. How are you doing for Zetas? Lady Geek, you're not working on like anything because your account's basically done, my friend. Bailey, I need an answer. Okay, Starkiller, not super important. You're not pushing for new characters. We don't know if you're going to get any use out of the Stranger. Starkiller is not something that's like super, super amazing. Your other farms are much more important. Bo-Katan, I would probably leverage that into getting into a new guild. Balin, you're already pretty close. If you have the Zetas, I want to see these Great Mothers up and rocking. But it looks like you're severely out of Zetas. I would honestly we'll take a quick look at your mods, but I think focusing on ships, Relic Delta, and modding might be the thing to do right now, because it looks like you're severely out of Zetas, and you need Zetas, my friend. Broken mod set here hurts my soul a bit. I'd like to see that fixed ASAP. I love the 28 speed mod right there. It's looking pretty sexy, but I would like to see some some fixes on your mod set. Over 500 speed, but not over the 10,000 damage mark. I would drop the speed, even if it's a drop by 50. I don't mind. Drop the speed, switch this to an offense set, and get her hitting harder. That's what you want out of Rey. You want her to slap like a freight train. That's all you're looking for out of her. Pretty good mods on Leia. Jabba, looking a little slow, but looking good. JML is looking real slow. Real slow. Swap this out for a speed set with a health set. Looks like you have health set. JML does damage equal to his protection. It's 60% of his max protection. Please switch this to a speed set and switch these all to protection primaries. I am begging you. First Order Officer being your fastest unit is definitely a choice, and not a choice that I would make. Captain Drogon, especially with your Leia Organa being your Relic 10, I want to see Captain Drogon and R2 up here at the top. I would reprioritize your mods. First Order Officer does not need to be this fast. You can give him like 270 speed. Keep in mind that he gets a 30 speed bonus from SLKR. On top of that, he also starts with advantage with Hux on the team, and Hux gives supports an extra 10% turn meter. So if he's at 270, he's at 300. 10% of 300 of 30 speed. He is at 330 speed when he's at 270 speed. So keep that in mind when you're looking at the mods for First Order Officer. You don't actually need him this fast. I'd move him to someone that actually needs it more. Overall, your mods are looking a little iffy. I think a big focus on your mods is going to be helpful, not only for the sake of just your modding in general, but also because you need to take focus away from new farms for a bit. Leviathan's not a bad idea. I think Leviathan's a fantastic idea. I think focusing on Relic Delta is a fantastic idea. Focusing on your mods and your ships, I think those are fantastic ideas. You are so out of Zetas and you need more Zetas. So fix your Relic Delta, go for Leviathan. Excellent ideas. It'll fix your time that you need to get your Zetas into your roster. The anniversary stuff will help as well. Hopefully that helps, Bailey. I'm not seeing you in chat anymore, so I hope you stayed for this. Hopefully this helps. But yeah, that's about all I got for you. You are out of Zetas. You cannot afford these farms. JMK, you don't have 6 Zetas for. You don't have Cat Zetas for. And if you don't have Cat at all, which I don't know if you do. Cat. You do have Cat. You do not have the 3 Zetas to put on Cat, though. Like, you are so far out of Zetas. You don't have the Zetas on Shin, on Merrick. You don't, or you do have the one on Merrick, but you don't have the one on Shin. You're going to need 3 more for Balin, plus 3 Omicrons for Balin. You look at Starkiller, and you're going to need at least 1 Omicron for the Starkiller team. You look at Malicos, that's 3 Zetas, 3 Omicrons. You look at, what else did you mention? Bo-Katan, that's 3 Zetas, 3 Omicrons, plus all the Zetas on the characters themselves if you don't have them already. Sith Eternal, you only have 2 of the 6 Zetas that you need. You are so far out of Zetas. All of these projects you're suggesting, except for Leviathan, require Zetas. So focus on Leviathan, focus on your ships, focus on your mods, and if you need an extra project, Relic Delta, you have some characters that need some higher relics. Relic 7 is the new base, especially for key characters like Ben Solo, where they keep the team alive. Key tanks where they are constantly taunting, like Kersantin, Malik, Malgus, things like that, or, you know, flinging attackers, which you don't have a lot of flinging attackers. You have more key characters, that kind of stuff, because you don't have Malicos, you don't have Starkiller, you don't have those types of characters very often. So you're going to be mostly focusing on key characters like Ben Solo, like Quadme, and then key tanks. So focus down your Relic Delta, and that'll help a ton. Good point, Con Warlock. My bad. I have 5 journey guides still to unlock. Ooh. Oh, gosh. My throat is so dry right now, even after drinking all that water. It's crazy. It's almost like drinking a whole bunch of water in one go. It doesn't actually rehydrate you. It takes time as well. Thank you guys so much for being here. Big shout out to those who contributed to the Beaver Dam today. I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are beautiful. You keep the lights on here in the Beaver Dam. Big shout out to our Dam Sugar Daddy, to Donna, as well as the Great One, our wonderful Dam Sugar Daddy as well. And he's one of our Dam Best members. Big shout out to our Dam Best members, current and former. They always have a home on our end screen, as well as a big shout out to our Dam Elite. Welcome to all new Dam Elite. Make sure you connect your Discord to your YouTube or your Twitch, wherever you have your subscription or your membership, so that way you get all of the benefits and can participate in things such as member only game nights, which we just had last weekend. We'll be having a members only stream on Saturday for you wonderful Dam Elite, so keep an eye out for that, as well as we'll have some fun little Dam Elite content coming this week, talking about some of the new Star Wars stuff coming out soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for giving a damn. We're going to see if there's anyone that we can raid really quick, and I will see each and every one of you in the next video. Thanks for coming out to our wonderful roster review stream and watching me slowly lose my mind like we do every single roster review stream. I don't see anyone that I'm following live on Swago on YouTube. It doesn't look like anyone's playing Swago on YouTube. Let's see if there's anyone doing anything Star Wars related. Nothing Star Wars related, it looks like. There's quite a few Star Wars related things. They just don't have rating turned on, which is the most frustrating thing, that YouTube doesn't automatically turn on rating. I think that is the silliest thing in the world. What have I been playing lately? I've been playing Expedition 33 lately. Let's send you guys to an Expedition 33 stream. Yeah, sure. That guy. Yeah. First playthrough, and he's only like on episode 2. Sick. Well, we're gonna go send you guys over to him. For Twitch, let's see if there's anyone playing Galaxy of Heroes. There is. Let's go ahead and send you guys over to this guy. Ooh, his aspect ratio is wonky AF. Oh gosh. See y'all next year.